can edit.
That's okay. This is Michael Marr, and we are going to be talking about his new business. He's just started a new business a few months ago, right? But we're still in the beginning stages, so we're still trying to get his store up and running. He's got wonderful ideas, but he's starting with masks and then going to transition into other products. So, Michael, tell us, why did you start?
So this the whole online business started from a concept that was my wife had a really great idea and she got really excited about holiday masks and holiday tea towels and all that and doing like the little kitschy stuff that's popular.
Yes.
And she's already running one business, so she looked at me and said, "Okay, that's a great idea. You should go do that." Literally. Um, and so the concept was a great concept, but that's what started, and it's one of those, because we had started our one business already.
Yes.
It's one of the things that I do talk about, and I think you and I have talked about it
Yes.
before, is once you've started a business, your mindset changes, and instead of going, "Oh wow, that's a really cool idea, I bet somebody could make money at it,"
Yes.
you actually go, "Hey, that's a really cool idea. This is how you make money doing it."
Yes. Yes.
So that's where the online business came from. We also have that was the primary reasoning behind it. The secondary reasoning behind it is my other job is kind of hard on me physically, and unfortunately, I'm no longer 20 years old, and I don't bounce back in 30 minutes from things. So
Yes.
we had to start looking at, okay, what am I going to do when I'm in my 50s and 60s and I can't do this job anymore?
Exactly.
So
So
there's actually two reasons why we went into it.
exactly, and then so Caroline has put you out there and said, "Okay, go, shoot, go and do it," right? So,
Pretty
because
much.
she's very involved in your gym that you have in Dallas. But so and we start. I mean, we met at Social Media Marketing World, and then Caroline says, "Hey, you need to help Michael," and that's how we involved in helping you start your business online. But it has had some challenges. So, what challenges have you had just starting it up?
Well, I think our challenges are the same as everybody else's, and this statement makes no sense. It's the same as everybody else, but it is a little bit different.
Yes.
Um, and I've even noticed that in some of the classes that I've been taking with you, there are certain things about business that I really understand well.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from my background. This is like the third small business concept
Mm-hmm.
that I've dealt with in my life. So I understand the basics of, you have to have an LLC, and how you
Yes.
set up the business, and you have to have the proper accounts, and you have to have the proper licensing. That kind of stuff it's not easy for me, but I've literally taken classes on it before. So I understand those things. So that's the stuff. It's really funny because when we have our classes that we talk about, um, stuff that I didn't know about this or I didn't know about that. I was like,
That's
oh, I
easy.
guess people don't know those kind of things. Yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. Yeah, like when we first started talking about starting a business, it's like, okay, you got to get a business name, and you got to get the LLC together, and you got to get the business license, and you got to get your sales license and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, those nuts and bolts make a lot
Done.
of sense to me.
Yes. Exactly. It's the
And
actual
but
getting
my
on. Yeah.
challenges,
Yeah. The actual getting
yeah, my
online and
challenges.
launching. Yes. Sorry. Your challenges?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Yes. No.
Go
No.
ahead.
You
You were
said.
you. I think we're going down the same route, but I'll let you say it first, and
So
I'll
yes. Exactly. So the challenges is literally getting it online or what?
very much. Um, E-commerce and the concept of e-commerce is, while it's not a new concept, it's one, incredibly intimidating. And I'll catch
Yes.
myself going, okay, I really should just go ahead and do this. And I'm like, yeah, but I can go clean the house, and I can go do dishes, and I can cook dinner, and I can do that later.
Yes. Yes.
um,
Yes.
so the challenge is, it's not so much dipping your toes into the pool. It's, you just got to literally taking a deep breath and diving in. And
Exactly.
that's it is a mindset. And
Yes.
I thought I had a business mindset, or a small business mindset, or an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Um, and I do, but it's a different kind of drive than
Yes.
it is from the other businesses that I've been involved in. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
nose itch is really bad.
No. And yes, so it's like it's all online, it's all virtual, there's no touchy feely, there's no building, there's nothing that you can say, this is a business, let's move forward, this is an office. And I know I totally understand because this is, I mean, you just have to take the plunge. I mean, we were talking about this before as well, is that just take that password off. Nobody's going to know you're online because you're so brand new. Google hasn't even discovered you yet. So you can literally put it online and start saying to people, this is what I'm doing, and shoo, because it is extremely intimidating to actually flip the switch and say, okay, we in business now, let's put the lights on, right?
Very, 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 very much so.
So yeah, I've got two of you guys that I go, come on, let's go, just take that step, just take the step, and let's, and so and you're thinking like, wow, maybe I should just get this part ready, maybe I should get this part ready, but the bottom line is we haven't even started networking yet, so and you haven't even shaken anybody's hand yet. So before the internet, we used to do networking, and then you go to events and you shake everybody's hands, you tell them what you do or what you're going to do, then you go away, then you come back, shake everybody's hands again, and so you have to do that on a consistent basis until somebody says, ooh, you know what, I think I need your business, right? But it has to be that consistently being online, and that's where you are now. And so we also, and this is, I think, the third time I've mentioned the blog, but we also started a blog which is going to be totally different to what a couple of the other businesses have, because you actually going to be talking about your journey, about starting an online business. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and for that you have had to drag me out of my shell. I'm a very, very private person. I'm one of those people where once you really get to know me, I talk a lot,
Yes, I know.
and that's a running joke among my friends is
Yes,
once you get to know me, I talk constantly.
yes,
But you've got to get past that first hurdle.
yes.
And until you get people that don't know me very well are like, no, he's really quiet. He doesn't really say much. And
No.
people who know me are like, you really haven't met him yet.
And
So,
I think that's the problem is, and I lurked on Facebook since 2007. My boys had Facebook accounts when they were in college, and I used to lurk in there until one of the little guys says, "Ooh, my email was hot baler mama," which I did not realize what yes, what it actually didn't even think
yeah,
about it. And then the guy says, "Ooh, hot baler mama," and Michael says, "Hey, this is my mother," and he said, "Mom, off my
yeah, that's
account."
my mom. No, no,
So what I'm trying to say is, as I lurked around, and it's very hard to put yourself in front of the camera, to get out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there, and that's where you are going to have to make that transition of I'm not showing my face, I'm not showing my, oh yeah, there's my face, right? So yes. So what are you going to think about? What do you think about that? Do you, how are you
about putting
going to
myself out
handle
there,
that?
I'm
Yes.
scared to death of doing it. I, I don't know. I mean, I was a lurker like you. I've just now gotten to the point where I'll post stuff on Facebook and that doesn't have my face or my voice. Um, so I think I'm going to be doing lots of takes to start.
You
I
said
think
just
I'm
start.
when
Just start.
exactly just start, and literally it's not going to be I have to be in the right mood. It's going to be I have to do this and get on whether I'm in the right mood or not. Worst comes to worst, it comes across that it's like I really didn't want to do this, but this is what starting a business is. So
Yes. Yes. Putting yourself
I
out
think
there.
that's the interesting. Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting things, and I think that's actually going to help me a lot. Is because I'm not going to be trying to. I mean, I'm going to try to have content about my business, and I'm going to try to have content about my products.
Yes.
Um, the overall concept of my business is more of a make your life easier business.
Yes.
So creating the business and just talking about, well, if doing this is actually helping things, doing this is helping things, it actually, the more I've thought about it, and I've been thinking about it today, it's almost more of I hate to say it because it's a buzzword, but more of a lifestyle concept than it is
Yes.
a
Yes.
business sales concept.
Yes.
And I think if I look at it like that, I think it'll be easier for me to put myself out there because it's just like, look, this is my life and this is how it is.
Yes.
Come
This is,
along. It'll
yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can
Exactly.
help you and you can help me and the world will be wonderful.
Yes.
And if you can't, yeah, okay.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I mean, that is just, you nailed it on the head. It is a lifestyle. You got to live it. And I have a problem as well as where I go, you know what, this would be cool. I have to get in front of the camera. And I'm in front of the camera a lot. So, but it's still that actual step that I have to take to say, okay, I will be in front of the camera and I'm fine with it. And no retakes.
Yes.
No retakes. So, yeah.
Yes. And I've lost like 40 pounds and trimmed up my beard and I'm gonna shave. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, right?
All the fun stuff that I hate being in pictures for. Yeah.
So anyway, so we are going to have your information in the group as well, and so anybody can get in contact with you, and we'll put your blog out there as well because you are going to have your blog out there and being able to read and be getting your email newsletter going, and you're going to be doing lots of lives and showing people what your life is like now and what's going to and then schlepping everybody with you on your journey. So I'm very excited to be part of this with you because I just think you guys are amazing with the businesses that you've started and what you're doing. So thank you very much for coming on this with that with on the live, and we will see you later. You will be in as well answering questions, right? Yes.
Actually excited to have you along to kind of shepherd me.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for popping in. I will see you later. Bye.
All righty.